Hello, guys and girls. Welcome to the show. This is the EMOMANTIKO, the Talking Show. And episode today, we're talking about all pure English because, I'm practicing the English vocabulary for my future call center career within 15 minutes of this show. And also, first thing first, I would like to hear the time check, and the date was May 10. May 10, Friday, it's 5:12 p.m. And for today's episode, so I will try to discuss anything and everything because I'm unlike any other podcast DJ there who already prepared with their dialogue mostly on script. I'm not that. It's not all my style. Yeah. It's not my style. I always talk whatever my minds or my moods wants to be, if you know what I mean. And by the way, the song that you heard on my background was "Stick With You," and I don't know who's the cover, who the heck is covering, but it feels good. Well, anyway, I will title this episode is "The Life is Like a Double-Edged Sword." Double-edged sword. If I pronounce it right. Okay. I just pretending to be British. But I'm not. I'm quite nervous right now. Just talking like an idiot. Right? Alright. Okay, I don't want to be a racist, and some other dudes or other British friends there are hearing my podcast right now within my 15 minutes. Hopefully, if someone hear this, just say hello, okay? Okay, for today's episode, I would like to say definition of why life is like a double-edged sword. This is quite quite difficult to explain, but I would like to tackle that one. And I would like to shout out to my friends there that I really met at the BPO industry or applying for the BPO industry. And one person that I will shout out is Kalen Bautista. She's from Calamba City, and I met her last Monday when we applied at Genpact at Alabang, sites on Alabang, and we both are returning on July for the follow-up interviews and exam, and hopefully we will be tackling my dream. So give a lot of applause to both of us, man. And also, I'd like to shout out to Aubrey Judal and to Ma'am Lenny, Jasmine, that I really met. And there's a lot of friends there I've been met when I applying that it's a random person, random talk, but with the same goal. And thankfully, I have a big depth to them. My English right now, or my vocabulary right now, is quite better than before, and also it boosts my confidence. So maybe I can tackle my dreams after all. And also would like to shout out to my to my girl that unfortunately we do have a hard time right now, and I would like to name her, address her. Her real name was Mary Rose Pesas Adriano. I want to tell you, if you hear this, I'm still in love with you, and hoping that we'll be settle this and start over again. And no matter what, I never ever give up. Well, I think this is one of the life is like a double-edged sword. So why is that the life is a double-edged sword? So every decision that we made is always have a consequences that it takes. Sometimes it hits back for us and hurting us so bad. Even though all we wanted is to be impressed or take good expression to others, or maybe we wanted to be doing good or done good for others. So sometimes too much good is so bad, and too much bad is so good. I think it's all equal, or for one point or another. So life is like a double-edged sword, and just like love. Yes, just like love, it's like a double-edged sword. Not all every time when we fell in love, it's all about happiness, everlasting love, kisses, hugs, and monthly teddy bears and chocolate and whatsoever. But sometimes when the hard times and the breakups hits you so bad, sometimes we always say this, that we have to regret that we or he or she met for the first place. But from one point and another, even though the hurt is so deep in your heart, just be thankful that she or he is a part of your life. She's the one of the missing puzzle of your life. Life is like a double-edged sword. Life is like a double-edged sword. It's because no matter how hard that we work on to our dreams, some of people there are always opposing us. Some of them, and sometimes our beloved friends and even our trusted family and relatives will be opposing us to our dreams. Why? Because they don't even understand why we doing this and how can we doing this. Life is like a double-edged sword. Why? The more we hurt, sometimes so deep, sometimes our weakness can be convert into to become stronger as we could. Life is like a double-edged sword. Why? Parang one point of another, our strength becomes our weaknesses. Life is like a double-edged sword. And I know it's too much annoying when I say life is like a double-edged sword, and always say why. Okay, sorry about that. But my point is, no matter how many times that we hurt, life is like so unpredictable. How unpredictable? Even we cannot tell what is the future really is. Sometimes we visualize what we wanted to be in the future, but at the end of the day, we realize that it's really hard to tackle, or really hard to get what we really wanted to. Okay, that is makes sense, and I think that just makes sense or really hard to tackle that. For other things first, so life is like a double-edged sword. Why? The more that we protect is the more that we suffered. How can we turn this, make it simple? The more that we can protect, the more we suffer. Or maybe the more that we protect our precious things or loved ones, sometimes they don't even realize or even appreciate why we are doing this to them. Sometimes they don't even appreciate or they don't even understand why we're doing this for them. Or sometimes we just too much stiff to them, and we don't even us to realize that the more we tighten them is the more that we difficult to understand them or to understand us, or vice versa. For the last minute of my podcast, I want to pinpoint this and to make it more seriously. So I really ask sometimes in ourselves, like, what is the purpose of our lives? What is the really purpose of our life? There is nothing wrong or right answer, but one thing is for sure. Whatever tracks or path that we take, we always end up hurting ourselves and others. Because life is like a double-edged sword, and the more we breathe is the more than we bleed. Like me think, meditate, and no matter how we do, just make sure that we can all succeed, because life is so unpredictable, so much unpredictable that even a fortune teller can never find an answer. The only things that make turn out our destiny and to face our future with a brighter side is us. The fate is our hand, my friend. So whatever we choose, whatever we take, whatever everybody stab you in the back, or sometimes in face of in front of you, life is like a double-edged sword, but it doesn't mean we can even let go. So for the last word that I said to my episode here, just think about it. Just keep moving and believe yourself, whatever the edges of the sword that we are holding to. So this is the EMOMANTIKO, the Talking Show, and this EMOMANTIKO will signing off in 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.